Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, we had a luxury cruise ship run aground and it's still stuck, and the nearest ship to get there is a few days away to help rescue the passengers on board. We also have a website. Carnival Cruise Line is shutting down this weekend, so if you need to do anything on Carnival, you better get it done soon. And of course, I have a quick update on where Hurricane Lee is and where she's headed. Carnival Cruise Line is shutting down their website for maintenance this weekend at 12 a.m. on Saturday. It will be down all day Saturday and most of Sunday as well. They say don't expect it to be up safely running until Monday morning, which means agents cannot book cruises. Agents cannot change cruises. You cannot book a drink package. You cannot go online and book shore excursions. You cannot make a payment. All these things cannot be done this weekend. So if you have you can't do a check-in for your cruise. So if you're sailing on a cruise this weekend, make sure you get it done by Friday or even next week. Make sure you're checked in before the website shuts down, because who knows when the website comes back up, what kind of condition it's going to be in. There may be, glitches here and there with some of the systems when an upgrade comes in. Look, when you get a Windows update on your computer, it never quite works perfectly until another 3 or 4 days after the actual update, until they get rid of those bugs that they introduced during the update. So yeah, Carnival shutting down this weekend. Get everything ready. Okay, we have a cruise ship, the Ocean Explorer, which is a luxury cruise line, one of those exploring ships that can get you in close to the shore. They're a smaller ship. They only hold around 200 passengers. You can get right in close. It's an expedition cruise. You can go into the Arctic. You can go into Greenland. And in this case, it went pretty deep into a Greenland area, so remote that there's no ships around it. It's really deep into Greenland, almost to the very edge of where you can get by water, and they ran aground. In the picture here, you can see how the front of the ship is completely up out of the water compared to the aft of the ship. You can see the line. That's all supposed to be underwater, that light blue line in this picture. So yeah, they're not in a good situation that way. The good thing is right now the weather is cooperating. It's not too bad. However, they're still stuck. They waited for the tide to come in, hoping that would raise them up enough to break free, but I guess they got locked up onto that sandbar or whatever they're on high enough that even the tide didn't get them out. Now, they do have the Arctic Command out there of Denmark, and they are about 1,200 nautical miles away, their closest ship to there. Now, there are other ships closer in the vicinity, and they've been asked to keep aware in case the situation there deteriorates, like bad weather or the boat springs a leak or anything like that, and the passengers need to be evacuated. They can send another ship down there to help and assist. However, because of the location they're at, look at where they're at in northeastern Greenland. Only a few ships can get down there. You have to be a small enough ship to get down there, and you also don't even want to be a ship going to the rescue and then you get stuck as well. That's absolutely not the way to go. But as of right now, the ship is still stuck. They're at least 2 days. Friday is the earliest that the rescue ships can get there to try and assist them. In the meantime, they're going to keep trying to get themselves. They say the passengers are safe. It is an area that can be very disruptive for weather. Weather can hit really, really quickly. And as we know, we have a hurricane curving from the Maritimes, and we also have another one that's further north heading in that direction out there as well. Hopefully they get this ship cleared and moving before any kind of bad weather might come anywhere near that ship. But right now, passengers are safe. Crew members are safe. They're on a luxury ship. They're eating, they're dining, they're just not moving is kind of the problem right now. Okay, speaking of hurricanes, we have an update right now for Hurricane Lee. Hurricane Lee has started its northern trajectory. Now, instead of going right into the Maritimes, it's more projected to hit through Maine and places like that. Now, the bad news is anybody leaving this weekend, you could be heading in direct path if you're heading on a Canadian cruise into that direction. However, here I have on my group cruise for the Caribbean Princess, if you look at Sunday, 2 a.m. on Sunday, the final top portion of this picture, you can see it's basically on the far end into Newfoundland and getting ready to head across and clear the area, which means that's on Monday at 2 a.m. and we leave on Tuesday and we have 3 days before we get to Canada. So it looks like, fingers crossed, we will be in a pretty darn good position for our group cruise. But that being said, that's not the biggest concern. The biggest concern for me is that everyone out there in the path of the hurricane remains safe. Currently, Bermuda is under a watch right now, and they are probably going to shut down the port. As you know, most cruise ships avoided Bermuda this week, and they've changed their itineraries to someplace else to make sure they don't go anywhere near these hurricanes, especially Hurricane Lee. But as the hurricane hits the United States area, if it doesn't curve more north or more east, then it's going to hit into Maine, up into New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. Now, the good news also, Hurricane Lee is starting to lose force. Now, it's large, it's about 240 miles wide. However, it is losing steam as it's hitting the colder waters heading north, and it's expected to be a much less, right now it's a Category 3. By the time it gets up into the Maritimes, it's Category 2, Category 1, much less destructive, and hopefully for everyone's sake, everyone's out of the path and it basically dissipates really quickly without doing very much damage. And again, if you're in that area, please be careful, get your supplies just in case, and make sure you stay safe. That's our update for today. I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.